and spend quality time with family and friends at recreational parks in the FCT. Now we're going to get into the real nitty gritty, talking about discussing the real essence of marriage and family. Want to take a look particularly at how we can rescue the younger generation because marriages seems like they end too soon even before they start. So to help me x-ray this very important issue, I have a life coach. Yes, I want to call him that. He's a life coach in every sense of the word. He's the founder, CEO, Happy Home Marriage Consult. Please let's welcome and greet my guest, Mr. Adebayo Abdelatif, CEO, Happy Home Marriage Consult. Good morning and welcome to
Good
the
morning,
show.
man. It's nice to be here, man.
Same here, and a happy new year to you.
Happy New Year to you too.
All right.
And so many singles out there who are planning to get married this year. This is their year.
This is the
This is their
year.
year. Thank you very much.
All right. So now, what is really the essence of marriage? What is the real essence of marriage in the first place?
Okay, thank you for having me. Actually, talking about the essence of marriage, I'll just pick 2 points out of so many. And I think the number one essence of marriage is companionship. As you can see, when God created Adam in the Garden of Eden, and Adam was actually lonely. And you understand, he needed somebody to talk to, he needed somebody to help him house one or two things. And aside the fact that God actually had a plan for procreation, you understand, for we to multiply on earth. So, but the first thing he did was to bring Eve out of Adam so that he could have somebody to talk to. You understand? So, the first essence is actually for companionship. That's what I tell most of my people, most of my clients. Because if procreation actually comes first as one of the first essence, why did Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ was born without a father. It means God can actually create us either by
Without
from
couples.
yes without couples. But he had decided in his mercy that no, he wants us to live together. He don't want you to be lonely. He wants you to have somebody, and he wants you to enjoy yourself. So companionship is the fourth thing, then followed by procreation.
It's meant to promote friendship, promote
Friendship,
love,
peace,
peace,
tranquility.
tranquility.
So if you're at peace, you've gone to work, coming back tired, you have somebody who has prepared nice food for you. At night, you want to sleep, you have somebody to cover you up, to have nice time with, and things like that.
Beautiful.
It's not good to be alone.
It's not good to be
It's not good to be
alone.
alone.
Two is better than one.
Yeah, very good. Good two.
Good
Good
to.
two. Better than one.
All right, now why does it seem like these marriages these days are ending too soon? It's rare to find a couple that have stayed together for over 20 or 30 years, splitting and going their separate ways. It's very rare. But it seems like it's very rampant with young couples these days. It ends too soon before it even reaches the first 5 years.
Thank you for that beautiful question. That marriage is ending too soon because we have actually deviated from God's plan of marriage. God has a designed plan for us for marriage, and He has given us a curriculum on how it will work. But we human beings, we have actually designed our own marriage and how we want it to be. God has made the man the head of the family. Let him also be the provider. You understand? Let the woman be there to support him. But I can tell you now today that so many men are now lazy. They are not even ready to do anything. Then these women who are actually meant to be the supporter, they are now the one providing for the men. Because you can imagine a man who does not have a work, has one wife, and is also planning to marry a second wife again to live on the woman's money. So you can see how people are actually deviating. That's one out of it. Number two is so many people are going into marriage with the mindset of I'm not going into the marriage to give my all. Is whatever he gives me, I'm going to give him back. That's a different mindset. There's also a mindset of my marriage is a 50-50 thing. You contribute half, I contribute half, which I tell people that's the devilish idea. God's plan for marriage is for you to give your all. As a man and a woman, give your support, total support to him. Let him also support you as a wife, and you both enjoy the marriage. So sometimes it's the mindset of people going into the marriage. And even for those who are married now, they're not even encouraging the singles to get married. Because violence, domestic abuse, violence here today, issues here tomorrow. Those who are even single are scared of even going into this marriage. So already they have a kind of a negative mindset that is this marriage actually for good?
Worth it?
Does it worth it? It's not better for I stay alone and maintain my lane. So that's one of the reasons why marriage is actually ending so soon. Unlike our fathers in their own days, they are so patient, they know what to do. Our mothers were patient, our mothers lived their life for our fathers. But these days, our women are out there saying we can do better than the men are ever doing. who is a big. It's not going well
Speaking of
for us.
mindset, what is the proper mindset that a couple, both the man and the woman, what is the proper mindset for going into a marriage?
Thank you very much. I think the proper mindset going into marriage is for us to all know that marriage is an act of worship. Just like we Christians go to church to pray, Muslims go to mosque to pray, go for pilgrimage, other things, and we see those as an act of worship. The same thing is you should see your marriage as an act of worship because it's a commandment or recommendation by God to us that we should do. Does not mean that okay, if you don't do it, maybe you're going to hell or not. You understand now? But we should see marriage as an act of worship, and we should also see it as a selfless service. I'm going there because of God. So I try to correct some people's notion, some women notion that I'm in this marriage because of my children. No, that's the wrong thing to think of. That you're in a marriage because of your children. No, you are in a marriage because of God, to fulfill God's commandment and to do what God has asked you to do and stay away from what He has asked you not to do. And with that, you're going to see God both in your children and in your husband. And don't expect too much from him. Don't expect too much from her. Put your expectation on God and make sure you pray and pray and pray.
Interesting. You recently held a marriage conference at your consult with the theme Raising the Next Generation, the vital role of marriage in parenting and socialization. What prompted you to organize this conference?
Well, thank you very much. We had that conference in Kaduna on the 21st of December last year, and it was very beautiful having guest lecturers such as Dr. Sheikh Abdulfatah Adeyemi, Mr. Bello Ibrahim, and Ajia Rabi Musa Salawa, who is the president of Kundia Mata Arewa. All of them talking on different topic of discussion. You understand now? Because when we look at the way marriage is going right now, I feel we need to save the coming generation. If at 2025, look at the rate of divorce. Are we actually encouraging our younger ones to actually emulate? Are we actually modeling them to see marriage as something that is beautiful, something that they can be eager to come into? You understand now? So if marriage is like this now, 2025, I can bet you in some few years to come, there will be no marriage again, except we both come together to rescue those children who are coming through how we parent them, how we handle our marriage, then the socialization and other things. We must come together to make sure that we rescue the coming generation.
Tell me more about your services at the consult. What are some of the services that you render at the consult?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm a professional trained marriage counselor.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trained by Binakum Family Counseling Center. I also went to Alikima University for matrimonial conflict management. So
Wow.
I'm not. So I'm professionally trained, and one of the things I do is actually marital counseling, pre and post divorce counseling. Because we have people who want to go to divorce, we counsel you, let you know, okay, these are the
Possible
possible
outcomes.
outcomes of it. Are you ready? You've made up your mind, okay, good and fine. It's not left for you because we don't decide for you. We only try to tell you, okay, so look at these are the positives, these are the negatives. So you choose whichever one you want. Then also do matrimonial conflict management when couples are having problems, issues within themselves. Come to us. We are professionals. We're going to counsel you without emotions, without being biased, because we don't know any one of you. I'm going to talk to you with the fear of God to make sure that things work. I'm not an advocate of divorce. I hate divorce totally. So I try as much as possible to make sure that your marriage will work for
Works.
you.
Speaking about marriage counseling in this part of the world, African couples don't have that orientation that the need to access a marriage counselor when there is a
A
crisis in the marriage.
crisis.
You will tell me about that. But first, we will take a short break. Please stay with us.
Don't care, no, I don't care about tomorrow. I don't care about tomorrow. Yeah, I just wanna be forever young. Yeah, I just wanna be forever young. I'm off the ground, no one can stop me now. Yeah, I just wanna be forever young. Forever young. Forever young.
Welcome back to the show. It's still Good Morning Abuja, and I'm here interacting with the CEO and founder for Happy Home Marriage Consult, life coach Adebayo Abdulatif. I see that this part of the world doesn't seem like couples have that orientation to access marriage counselorship the minute they have a crisis among them, unlike the Western culture where it is their number one option. What do you have to say about this?
Well, in this part of the world, marriage counseling is actually something we take with levity. We're actually not too serious about it. But in other parts of the world, it's a very lucrative business because even before going into marriage, you must be counseled. You must be counseled. And even in Nigeria, the Christians they're trying. No church is going to going to wed you without you attending
Going through classes.
classes, and the Muslims too are waking up to that fact now that no, you need to be cancelled because you don't expect to know everything, and there's no trial version of marriage. That okay, you go into the marriage, when it fails, you come back and you have learned. You come. No, 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 no. Meet professionals, meet counselors. Let them tell you one or two. Let them guide you on how you can actually have a good home and a good marriage. Just like we have family doctors. It's not bad for you to have a family counselor. Whenever you have an issue, instead of reporting your spouse to their parents or people, meet your professional counselor, family counselor. Let them put you through. When you need to be patient, when you need to talk about it, when you need to communicate, when you need to just let go, so that your marriage keep moving. So we need to do more. Even for our government, we need to come into it and make it a law that no, you must show a certificate from a counseling consult or that yes, you have been counseled, maybe through classes that you're actually prepared for this because you cannot continue with the way people go into marriage. I've seen a marriage in Kaduna. That day of marriage, the guy divorced the wife. The day of marriage,
The same day.
the same day of marriage.
Oh, boy.
So what's the essence of bringing people together? You spend so much money, then immediately after that day, that lady is no longer a single person. You tag her a divorcee just for one day. You have not been met. You have not been after the marriage because everything was cooked with lies and everything. There was no place to there was no home to put the lady. They deceived the family and everything. So we have a lot of deceit now. People know they don't want to go to people who will tell them the truth. Because by the time husband and wife go to meet the counselor now, okay, you can imagine a man who has an ailment, and the counselor is telling you that before this marriage, you must go for a medical checkup, which is one of the things we do in premarital counseling. And the man is telling you, okay, no, I've gone. You're not just going like that. You go together. Or sometimes we even okay, come, let's go together. So that you both will do it and we'll be sure that yes, everything, most especially when it comes to genotype. You see people
Okay.
saying, I know my genotype now. I'm AA. How do you know you're AA? My family, we don't seek. Is it, is it by that? No. So counseling is very, very important. And there in abroad, a very lucrative business. People pay good money. But here in Nigeria, you see most people want it free.
And it's nothing to be biased about.
That's no, 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 no. That emotion. These are professionals, and that's why on social media now we have a lot of quack counselors telling you things based on their own experience. Yeah, good and fine. Experience is best teacher, but please don't use just your own experience to counsel people. Look at other ways because marriage is not a one thing fit all. You understand? Because we have different partners, different lifestyle, different upbringing. But counseling is actually very, very important.
Speaking about social media, some couple, some let me hit the nail on the head. Some women, some wives, they go to social media and they see like couple A, couple B, this is how they're doing it. Oh, he just bought a car for her on her birthday. They just went into a new house. And they now go back to their homes and start making trouble with the man as if, why are you not measuring up? Why are you not doing the same thing that other men are doing? What would you have to say?
Well, comparison is the key to sadness.
Okay.
Yes, because by the time you begin to compare your marriage with other people, maybe your neighbor's marriage or people around you, then you're opening door for problem or conflict in your marriage. Because we don't call it problem, conflict issues in your marriage. Because that person you're actually looking at on social media, they're actually showing you the good parts. Maybe when they go out for eatery or when they go out to have their fun. But the day they are beating themselves, the day they are having issues, they don't film that and bring it to social media. So sometimes they want you to see what they want you to see, so that you will be at peace. You understand that? So we should try to we shouldn't be carried away with what we see on social media.
Keep it real.
And so sometimes when I see couples celebrating 3 years anniversary, wedding anniversary, 5 years anniversary, and I look at them and say, pray God go with you. You understand now? Some are celebrating their anniversary, and I can tell you deep down inside them, they are suffering in their marriage. But because they want to paint it the way they want other people to see it outside. And you that you are seeing it, you think it's actually like that inside the house. Hey, it's never like that. It's never like that. So please don't get carried away with most things you see on
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 social
social media.
media.
Yes, if you see the good advice from there, please pick it. But don't try to put your partner on unnecessary pressure that you must do this for me, you must buy a car for me, you must do. Please work with your partner with the kind of person they are.
Apart from content creators and maybe media, social media influencers, would you advocate for a couple bringing every little detail about their marriage
That's
out there?
that's the big problem. That's the big problem. But that's the big problem. It's a big issue now that we don't even know because even in Quran, I believe even in Bible, they said God said lower your gaze. And somebody said even right now, if you lower your gaze as you are walking on the road, what about the what things you watch on your phone? You see so many things on social media now. I don't encourage couples coming with their whole life on social media, except you are a content creator using that to pass messages to people. But please, if you are not a content creator, you are not an educator, you are not a tutor or something like that, please maintain a private life.
There's
Maintain
a
a
reason
private
it's
life.
called private life.
Yes, maintain a private life and don't allow people because people are actually watching you, looking at you, and they begin to feel, okay, that's how it is. And it's never like that. So who are you deceiving? Are you deceiving yourself or are you deceiving people out there? So private life is very, very
It's the
important.
best.
Yes, it's the best.
They say that it takes two to tango. Let's talk about it. What is the role of the man and the woman to ensure that the marriage really works?
Okay, thank you very much. I think number one thing is for them to see the marriage as an act of worship,
Partnership.
partnership. And number two thing is for them to have the letting go mindset, because marriage is where both people come together from different backgrounds. You don't know him, she doesn't know you. You're just coming to cohabit and form your own family. I can tell you, it's not going to be rosy throughout your journey of life because it's a journey. You're actually going to a particular destination. You understand now? And we should walk through that path with the fear of God. Treat your partner the way you also want to be treated. Show empathy, show compassion, forgiveness, and communication. Most importantly, I tell people, don't allow communication to break in your marriage. If you allow communication to break in your marriage, I can tell you that marriage is 50% gone. Because if you don't communicate, other things will begin to come in. Other things begin to come in. And before you know, you lose your intimacy. And when you see couples who don't maintain good intimacy, when you see couples whose bed shakes at all time, you see them happy at all time. You understand now? When you see couples who are happy with each other, I'm going home, I'm going home. It means their bed is also shaking at all time. When you make love to your wife all the time, or your wife enjoy you, your husband enjoy you, there will be no room for problem. There will be no room for issues. But most times you see the woman saying, "I'm not in the mood. I'm not in that." No, 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 no. Hmm? Communicate. Even if you are not in the mood, talk it. Present it to him in a manner at which he will understand. Then you ask for the man. Even if you are not meeting up with your responsibility, let the woman know what you are up to. Communicate. And with this issue of, I don't want my husband to know what I earn, I don't want my wife to. So, a lot of deceit in marriage. Please, for marriage to work, you need to be open, you need to forgive one another, you need to show compassion, you need to show empathy, and the fear of God is very, very, is the key.
Tell us more about forgiveness.
Ah, forgiveness is everything. Forgiveness, because even God Himself is has told us, if God
And
will.
also related to when life is at risk.
Well, forgiving somebody who has actually offended you is not like you doing that person a favor, but you're doing yourself a favor. It's like you setting a prisoner free inside you.
Okay.
Like me, when you offend me and I begin to keep it inside me, which means it's actually affecting my mental
Mental
health.
health.
So the best thing is for me to forgive you and let it go so that me myself, I will be fine. If God is going to hold us to everything we do wrong in this world, you can imagine what would have happened. Disaster here, disaster that God wants to take us away. No, but whenever we commit sin, we look back to God. God, please forgive us. I'm okay, I've forgiven you. Open a new page again. And that's how we're going to live life. We offend ourselves, forgive
Because
ourselves.
of time, we have to start rounding up. What is your advice finally to singles and young couples out there? What is your word of advice?
Well, for the singles out there, I want to tell you not to lose hope. And I want to also tell you, please emulate good couples. Please don't listen to some other couples out there. Don't most especially the social media. Emulate good couples out there. Look for people whom you see that their marriage is actually working, and listen to advice from people that are actually telling you the truth and not just what you want to hear. Then for the parents out there, please, I want to tell you that please let's be a good role model to our children. I can tell you that the marriage you are living today will form what your children will become tomorrow.
Discussing with the founder, CEO, Happy Home Marriage Consult, Mr. Adebayo Abdulatif.